in the Ivy League, 3-1 on the season. Both of these teams coming off of wins their last time out. For Yale, a 16-13 win at Denver, and Cornell, a nail-biter, getting the game winner with 1:52 left from the stick of Aiden Blake, a 16-15 win at Penn State. Penn State, the only loss for Yale this season, it will be the Bulldogs starting things up. Brian Tevlin has it for Yale, hands this one off as we are, looks over to his right. There's a tough angle chance and a goal. First tally of the game, Thomas Bragg gets it for the Bulldogs. And Yale is on top 1-0 with the 5th of the season for Bragg. The junior attacker had a pair against Denver. Brian Tevlin led the charge for Yale as Johnson, behind goal line extended, works it back out top. There's Kropp. Kropp puts on the shot. Yerlin goes down low and is able to grab it. Erlin with the save as Kyle Smith picks it up for the Big Red. 1-0 Yale in the early going, but Yale has dominated possession. Big Red will have to adjust. One of the hallmarks of this season so far for Cornell, the ability to adjust within the game. Now at midfield, Kyle Smith chopped down on the ground, picked up by Brandow, sends this one ahead. Cabrera, the shot and a goal! Will Cabrera for Yale with the finish, his 9th of the season. And the junior midfielder gives the Bulldogs the 2-0 lead. Timeout for Cornell. And a much-needed break for the Big Red. A 2-0 Yale lead early. This is Ivy League Lacrosse on ESPN.
Timeout, Cornell.
Hands off to Licciardi. Cornell able to set up offensively. Aiden Blake with it. Had the game winner against Penn State. Under 2 to go. Here's Kelleher. Back to Blake. Licciardi. Kirst, I should say, at the right hash. It is Piatelli. He of the 5 goals last time out against Penn State. Back up top. Licciardi. Here's Kelleher. Kirst behind, able to take it. He has Fake on him. Kirst fires and scores. The rip down low, getting it by Paquette, and Cornell on the board. It's now 2-1. And Kirst drawing the stick of the terrific Yale defender Chris Fake, but Kirst is able to spin, get some room by Fake, and go down low. It's it back on the far side. Now here's Michael Long. At X, works it back up to Piatelli. Long, 4 goals against Penn State. He's been looking to stay healthy this season. When he has been a terrific creator and a terrific part of this Cornell offense, a new dimension as he's been able to develop. Here's Piatelli, one of the old dimensions, the senior, able to get that goal to tie it up at 2. Piatelli, 5th-year attacker for Cornell with his 16th of the season, so he and Kirst each with their team-leading 16th goals of the season as the Big Red tied up at 2, a pair of 2-goal runs to open the game for both teams. Davis, freshman midfielder, but playing like a veteran, according to his coach, Connor Busick. Here's Kirst, the sophomore. Again, the sophomores for both of these teams, with the Ivy League not playing last season due to COVID, this is their first college lacrosse experience. Game experience, at least, as Licciardi advancing, shooting, and scoring for the Big Red. First lead of the game for Cornell. Licciardi starting to heat up offensively. Came into the Penn State game with a goal and 2 assists in his first 4 games of the season. Had a goal and 3 assists against Penn State alone, and now picks up his 3rd goal of the season and giving Cornell. Licciardi up top to Kelleher. Stuzen on Kelleher, who goes behind the cage for Long. Licciardi off the stutter step. Coming down the hash, turns, fires, sends that one into the netting of the stick of Paquette, and then it is on the rebound. Piatelli with his 2nd of the game, giving Cornell a 4-2 lead. So you'll see the charge by Licciardi, turns and fires. Paquette the initial save, but that was ready to win it once again, giving the Bulldogs possession, starting off this 2nd quarter. Brandow to Johnson. That's the dangerous pair for Yale, especially Brandow. Coming in, 3.75 goals per game. Fourth in the nation. Stepping in, Brad Sharp drops it back. There's a chance by Brandow as he is hit by Bardwell, still able to manage to find the back of the net. And Brandow gets one for Yale to make it a one-goal game. We take another look. Brandow's going to pick it up here from Sharp. And again, it was Bardwell right on him for Cornell. Tevlin slides this one. Kropp stepping down. As Doria on him, that long pole, number 19 for Cornell. Top of the offensive zone, spinning his Lions. Dishes it off. Sharp back to Tevlin. He'll take a shot. That bounces on the turf, falls right into the stick of Chris Lyons, who's able to convert and tie this one up at 4. Freshman midfielder Chris Lyons, he's going to have a fortuitous bounce right there. Grabs it, finishes, and ties it at 4. Blake passes off. Kelleher rips it, and the stop by Paquette. Paquette's handled low shots very well this afternoon. Still tied at 4, approaching 9 left in this second quarter. Long pass, scooped up by Eschbach. Here's Brad Sharp setting it up for Yale. Sharp 4 goals through 4 games this season. He'll pass it off. Christian Kropp finding room, coming down and puts it up top for the goal to give Yale its first lead since early in the first. 5-4 Bulldogs, a 3-goal run here in the second. So Kropp, he's just going to find room, getting a step on Christopher Davis, and Kropp able to finish.
Yale goal was scored by number 34, Christian.
Blake to Piatelli. Crisscrossing with Blake as he passes off to Kirst. Piatelli, 2 seconds left and the man up. Out even strength, but Kirst gathers and shoots and scores. Kirst, his second of the game, and this one ties it at 5. And so, Kirst's second of the game as he's able to take the team lead with 17 goals on the season. And we're tied at 5. This is Ivy League Lacrosse on ESPN. Off after essentially a season and a half away from the field due to COVID. And a young Yale team, that's a challenge for all the Ivy League teams this season. Licciardi trying to shake free Eschbach, drops it, and with some space in front, wide open, Aiden Blake, and he will not miss from there. Not with that kind of space. Picks up the goal and gives Cornell the lead at 6-5. So Licciardi doing the job at one end of the hash, and then at the other set of hashes, it is Aiden Blake on the turf. Scooped up, but there's an errant pass, and now at midfield, Michael Long made an effort for it. Still on the ground. Stick is on the turf as well, and Cornell controls. Piatelli dishes this one for Spencer Wertheim. Full head of steam as he passes back behind the cage for Long. Ryan Sheehan with it. Haven't called his name too much, but he drops it for Coyle, who puts on the shot and a goal. So Sheehan able to hit Coyle, who was coming in with speed. Able to pick up his 10th of the season. And the senior attacker giving Cornell a 7-5 lead on Piatelli. Now Licciardi gets a step, looks back. Kelleher over to Blake with the hot hand. Converts again, and it's now 8-5 Big Red. Well, when the offense has been rolling for Cornell this season, it's been a matter of picking your poison. Yes, Piatelli has some great numbers. He has the presence on offense for the Big Red. Licciardi He's becoming more of a presence as well, and even more so after that goal for Cornell to give the Big Red a 9-5 lead. Licciardi continuing quite a run here he's had over the past couple of games, really bumping up those offensive numbers. Entered the Penn State game the last time out for the Big Red, as Licciardi had only, I say only, but a goal and 2 assists. That was Coyle cutting in front. Instead, Blake will take it and score. Just off of the man-up situation, Cornell and Blake getting the goal. Make it 10-5, and the Big Red extending the lead here in the third. This is College Lacrosse on ESPN. Jacobs picked off, at least for a moment, by Carson Kuehl. Shot low by Bragg. Saved by Erlin. Rebound all the way out to midfield. Kirst scoops it up. Could have numbers here with Piatelli. Kirst puts on the shot and a goal! Kirst. Trying to recover for Yale was Michael Alexander, did all he could, but where that ball fell for Kirst, he started with a step on the Yale defense. Picks it up, and there you see Alexander again making contact, Kirst bouncing off. Slides back and hands off to Licciardi. Behind the cage, Long drops it in front. Piatelli, hat-trick bid and scores as Cornell extends its lead to 12-5. Piatelli 8 goals in his last 2 games and still has 14 minutes left in this one as Kirst with the advance. Long from behind the cage, finding Piatelli. Johnson gets it back. Advancing, shooting, and scoring is Leo Johnson, the freshman for Yale. Picking up the goal, had a hat trick against Denver last time out. And now Johnson with his first goal of this game, his 10th of the season. And Yale ending that Cornell run at 8, making it now a 6-goal Cornell lead. But that's exactly what Yale needed, though. Clock. Brandow dishes. Tevlin with it, looking low, now goes high, and then from high to low. Gets it past Erlin. And Yale makes it a 5-goal Cornell lead. Take another look. Tevlin able to pick it up. And again, maybe got the eyes of Erlin moving a bit by Kyle Smith. Sharp stepping. Drops it behind the net, turning and firing from there is Chris Lyons. So a pair of quick ones for Yale. That's exactly what the Bulldogs needed. It's now a 4-goal Cornell edge. And that chance fairly Montfort. Stutter step, gets by Davis, cutting to the net, puts on the chance and a goal! 3 quick goals by Yale, and the complexion of this contest has changed quickly. Jack Montfort, senior midfielder, his 2nd of the season. And fake the pass, that seemed to slow down Davis just enough for him to get a step. And doesn't fire. Now he does, and it's a goal! Tevlin! Yale has made this a 2-goal game. That Tevlin tally makes it 12-10. This is Ivy League Lacrosse on ESPN. Licciardi now to the far side for Kirst. Has Christian Johnson on him. Kirst advancing, shooting and scoring. That one breaks the 5-goal Yale run. You can tell by his celebration, and that was huge for the Big Red. Speaking of huge, that's the afternoon that Kirst is putting together for Cornell, as that goal makes it 13-10 Big Red. And for Kirst, that is his by Tevlin. Fresh 60 on the clock. Johnson taking it into his own hands and scores up top on Erlin. Once again, a 2-goal game. Johnson, the freshman, with his second of the contest, his 11th of the season. And speaking of 11, that's how many Yale has. 13-11, Cornell with the lead. Sharp. Behind the cage, picked up there by Lyons. We've seen Lyons take his spot behind the net, steps out in front and scores. It's a 1-goal game. Lyons stopping on a dime, stepping in front of Bartolotto and getting that tally. You'll see him come out from behind the net. Bartolotto gets up on him quickly, but then in the cage. Adler's on him, centering feed, finds the turf, last second shot, sent wide by Kropp, and the Big Red escape. No other word for it. Yale put together a fantastic fourth quarter, one that seemed to really defy the way this game was going to that point, but the Big Red able to hold on, get just enough. Leading the way for Cornell offensively. The 4 goals by the sophomore C.J. Kirst. For Yale, 12 goals on the